All right, my people, welcome back onto this channel. Well, this is another strong one reaching us. This one is coming from Shøcking. He says, and I quote, "If we do not settle the cases before May 29th, there will be a mourning." This has been said by Shøcking, my brother, my sister. This is another one reaching us. Well, onto this, Shøcking, a candidate for governor of Ogun State from a faction of the People's Democratic Party, has asked that the election candidate of the Labour Party's presidential candidate against newly elected President Bola Ahmed Tinubu be processed expeditiously so that they can be filled before the May 29 swearing-in ceremony. Well, onto this, Mr. Shøcking want that May 29 will be a day of mourning if these issues are not resolved in front of the electoral court. Since the election results were in dispute, he argued the court should decide whether or not there were any anomalies in the voting process. He also refuted the widespread belief that the court could be trusted to render a fair verdict in this case. If the petitioner is persuasive in court, he or she believes the judge will be fair. A judge in a case like this is said needs to have a lot of experience. They are individuals who have been indoctrinated by the stories of those who came before them to this land. Well, it is a foolish generalization to assume that the court is incapable of judging competently and promptly. Yet the court won't ask for proof of your claim, but if the lawyer shows up in court and then picks his evidence correctly, I have a strong feeling he will prevail. If a compelling legal argument can be made that the 2023 election was illegitimate, I have faith that there are still honest men serving in the chambers. I am not requesting that the court move the procedures along more quickly, but I am confirming that May 29 will remain the date if the issues are not resolved by then, because we would have handed up power knowing that many people are disgruntled with the new administration. All right, this has been said by Shøcking. Well, my brother, my sister, well, this is another strong one reaching us. Well, I think a lot of people still on the matter are for Peter Obi, and they know I think the ones that are still actually talking about Peter Obi, talking about the Yorubas that are still talking about Peter Obi, are the ones that believe that no justice should be served, are the ones that believe that it's not good to cheat your fellow human beings. Well, the fact now remains that as far as this election is concerned, we should pray for God intervention. You know, to my people, this is exactly what I always tell them. There's nothing prayers cannot do. If God says Tinubu will remain our president and he will do the needful, why not? We should wait for God's judgment. But if God says no, never, then we should still wait for result. But right now, I think everybody needs to keep praying. May 29 is just by the corner. In case you don't know, just by the corner. In some days to this time around, we are there. Then right now, I think the people are trying to get the opportunity of voting for the right person that will lead them right. And then that had been the worries of majority of people. Well, it's not funny at all. Meanwhile, as it stands, I think we have talked about the fact that we should try as much as possible to love one another. We should try as much as possible to pray for one another, because according to what the Yorubas will say, dùgbẹ̀dùgbẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ lókè tó ń mì yìí, Ọlọ́run nìkan ló mọ ibi tó máa ré sí o. A lot of people have talked about May 29. Some still think it's just a child's play. Some still think we are joking. But right now we are praying that the best will happen. And then the Yorubas are now on point, telling us the real deal about Yoruba Nation movement. We still have the ones that are still for a Miloko anyway, but the fact remains that we should all try as much as possible to do the needful, because this time around we can no longer afford to keep suffering. I think that's just the main thing. That's just the deal right now. The suffering is too much. We want a better person that will do the best, lead us right. Now a lot of people have been like, Tinubu should be able to help us out. Some are like, no, he is not the right person. That is Peter Obi. So right now I think in a situation like this, all we need to do is to pray to Baba God to answer our prayers. To me, that's exactly the only solution I think we need. That's the only solution I think we need. Let God and let the enemies be scattered. That's the only solution I think we need, so that things will work out for our own good. Because as it stands, majority of people are not happy. Don't need a soothsayer to tell you that. A lot are not happy. May 29 is just by the corner. I pray it meets us well. And exactly what it is, my people, on to this one. What more can we say? Meanwhile, let me have your own take, and then remember to subscribe for more updates if you are new on this channel. Alright, thanks and God bless.